Hello, welcome back to my second channel. My name is Jackie Lane, aka Priestess Peaches. That's the name of my first channel. In this video, I'm just going to discuss briefly my view on this whole I'm no longer vegan thing. I'm obviously a little bit late to the old, I don't know what the saying is, I'm late to this whole topic, but I don't care, I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like people who are eating a plant-based diet for health reasons and are not really in it for the animals, I don't feel like they can call themselves vegan, because vegan is about not exploiting animals. Like, that's what it means. It means living a lifestyle in alignment with not exploiting animals as best you possibly can. And I think a lot of the people who have gone back to eating animals maybe weren't fully connected with the ethical aspect or the animal aspect of it. It was more for health. I actually do have compassion for genuine cases where people are genuinely struggling being vegan when they are eating like a balanced vegan diet and they are doing it in a sustainable, like health-wise sustainable way, because sometimes people do have issues, just like with any food that you're eating. Like, you know, it's not like a cure-all for everything. I mean, it's amazing for most things, but it's not a cure-all for everything. But the issue I have with the people in the vegan community that have gone back to eating animals is that they didn't help themselves. And this is why I actually feel like this has been a positive thing overall, because now we can see a clear pattern that pretty much all these people did the same thing and had the same result. And so that you can change that. Like, now we have solutions because of what's just happened, and you can see a clear pattern of what not to do. And so now we can teach other vegans, don't do this and then you'll be okay. And so I feel like it's a positive thing overall, even though it was heartbreaking for me, especially Tim Sheaf. Like, he is somebody who I really looked up to and I really rated, and who really inspired me. I feel sad even even speaking about it. But it's not just that he's no longer vegan, it's just him going on TV like in the UK and just really putting a downer on the whole movement. And yeah, it really, I felt really sad about that. But at the same time, I can see that there's a pattern. And there's a pattern of, I would say, mental issues as well. And I can understand why, if they've been doing that to their bodies, they're not receiving the right nutrients, they're not receiving enough calories, then their brain's not going to be great, you know? So yeah. But my overall view on this whole situation is that actually we are now coming up with solutions for those problems that they have shared with us, and that pattern of behavior and eating that doesn't work, we now have solutions. And also, like, people like Goji Man, Hench Herbivore, Paul. Hi Paul, if you're watching this, I love him, he's so sweet. And his girl Gemma, she is beautiful and amazing, love her too. But yeah, so people like Goji Man who have come on, you know, his channel's growing because he has solutions to some of the problems that some vegans who have gone about things in that way have had. So I feel like it's actually positive overall, and I feel like we don't have to be afraid, because this is still growing. Like, veganism is still growing. Like, I've been away from the UK for 6 months, traveling in Thailand and living actually on Koh Phangan. And since we've been away, just in that 6 months, so much has shifted in the UK. Like, there's vegan like ready meal ranges in like all the supermarkets, and like Marks and Spencer's. There's all the pubs and restaurants around here have got vegan menus now. Like, it is definitely growing. We cannot deny that, and I feel like let's try and focus on like the positives and the solutions, and being the change and being the positive example that we can be, and just highlight actually it wasn't because of a vegan plant-based diet that this happened. It was the way they went about it and their reluctance to using medication that could have helped them. Like, I'm a freaking herbalist and naturopath, right? I studied for 5 years at the College of Naturopathic Medicine in London, and like I mean I really don't like the pharmaceutical industry. Like, we learned a lot about the pharmaceutical industry and how corrupt it is when I was at college, and obviously we know about this anyway these days because we have access to Google and YouTube. But what's my point? Hold on. But my point is, in acute situations, I feel like it's really important to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you will, and to actually, like, to me, it's better just to take the antibiotic if you need it, get yourself better, and then, like, nourish yourself from there with the right things, build your gut flora back up and your enzymes and everything. Yeah, I feel like in situations like that, if you're truly vegan, you would do that. Like, you wouldn't not do that. You wouldn't go back to eating animals because you care about the animals. But I do understand what it's like to be ill. Like, I have suffered with illness for most of my life. Not right now, but I have had, and I have suffered. And I know what suffering is like, and you despair and you feel like you've done everything, and it's like, yeah, but unfortunately these people did the things that aren't going to work, and because of that we now know what is going to work. So that's my opinion on the whole I'm no longer vegan thing, and I just want to say 6 years, still vegan, still loving it, and always will be. So yeah, I would never ever go back to exploiting animals because it is completely unnecessary and selfish. So, okay, if you have any ideas for any videos I can do on this channel, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.